Have you met your special girl's dad? Because he happens to be one of our favorites around here.
Not yet, but I'm a big...
Have you met your unique young lady's father? Since he is one of our top picks around here, no definitely except for I'm a major fan in a new development, Damon Idris and Marjorie Harvey have chosen to head out in a different direction in the wake of dating for about a year anyway. That is not the huge news. The considerably greater news is Damon Idris purportedly sending alerts to individuals of color not to date Marjorie Harvey. And many are asking for what reason is it so I will say I'm an entertainer. I pretend professionally. So the actual idea of my responsibility is to claim to be something different. The Gossip Factory began humming about Harvey 26 and Idris 32 parting prior this week, when Eagly fans saw they unfollowed each other on Instagram and cleaned off all their photographs together, adding fuel to the hypothesis. The teen was seen showing up and leaving independently from Odell Beckham Jr's 90s themed 31st birthday slam on Monday, November 6th. Their heartfelt association initially stood out as truly newsworthy in December when they were leaving a West Hollywood cafe together. The affirmation came when Harvey and Idris shared a kiss in a photograph posted on Instagram during her 26th birthday festivity. Idris composed "Cheerful Birthday New" with a red heart emoticon, and she reposted the picture on her story, adding 3 white hearts underneath the preview they've been partaking in these most recent couple of long stretches of summer in the sun. Marjorie Harvey and Dams and Idris declared their separation in a joint proclamation to the Hollywood Correspondent on Tuesday. They made sense of that the choice was congenial, and like frequently found in VIP connections affected by their feverish timetables. They said we are at a point in our lives where our singular ways require our complete focus and devotion. They told the Hollywood columnist, we head out in different directions, remaining companions with only love and regard for one another, and the time we shared along with Marjorie Harvey's exciting affection life. And the new parted from Idris theory is now fermenting about who may be next in line on her dating process. Names like entertainers Kofi Sarug and Trevant Rod's performers Skepta and Jack Harlow and competitors Stephen Diggs and Joner are drifting around Harvey, likewise headed out in different directions from her drawn-out sweetheart entertainer Michael B. Jordan last year. A client guaranteed, I genuinely want to believe that she gets no man to date her again. Man ought to avoid this young lady sincerely. She is a moving warning with not settling down in less complex terms. This large number of folks are more renowned in the U.S. than Damon Idris. Despite the fact that he's gifted, he hasn't hit that enormous Hollywood driving man status. Yet there's buzz that Marjorie, after all the consideration from her relationship with Michael B. Jordan, felt like Damon wasn't generally so popular, as she believed that her men should be many fans. Even believe Marjorie's connections resemble business bargains for exposure. Last year, there were reports that Marjorie made her both sign an agreement not to spill any relationship mysteries. Assuming they break it, they could owe her $1 million. Currently, individuals are speculating Damon's agreement ran out, and Marjorie didn't restore it, since he wasn't doing much for her public picture. A client said your free preliminary with Marjorie Harvey has terminated. Marjorie's name as of late raised a ruckus around town following her separation with Michael Jordan, and presently numerous pundits are expecting that she unloaded Damon due to her own reasons. A client scrutinized Marjorie Harvey, making another's man extremely upset anyway. A source near Harvey uncovered that the split with Michael Jordan happened in light of the fact that Harvey was obviously not prepared for a full-time frame responsibility, as she was focusing on her vocation in a 2022 meeting with Substance. After the separation, Harvey explained her viewpoint on connections. The source said she is exceptionally centered around her vocation. They further added she actually needs to have some good times and be free. The source says Michael is an extraordinary person. She is miserable that their relationship didn't work out, yet she is continuing on anyway. Harvey uncovered that she was hanging tight for the right person who might be an ideal counterpart for her. She said my experience has instructed me that I really want someone who regards me, someone who comprehends and regards my principles and my limits, and is a strong God-dreading man family situated, and causes me to feel settled. That is where I'm at in my life right presently. I'm not undermining my tranquility and satisfaction for anything or anyone, thus on the off chance that I see any indications of that occurrence. I'm like got to go numerous people, except that Michael may be the right counterpart for Lori, a client said. How about we be genuine? She will not get a man that is any better compared to Michael B. Jordan. He was the main person that was absolutely serious about secures her in spite of her dating history anyway. Michael conceded that he would endeavor to be more present in his next relationship, said, "Obviously I consider it. Yet I certainly need to attempt to be mindful," with that he further added, knowing how I needed to be essentially as present as conceivable it will happen. When it should happen, many fans caused a stir of theory and accepted that Lori was a mobile warning, since her assertion persuaded many fans to think that Lori felt the shortfall of a sincerely accessible accomplice in her past relationship. It appeared to be all oak until Lori's mom, Marjorie Harvey, entered the scene. The separation adventure among Lori and Michael veered off in a strange direction. When Lor's folks chose to make a plunge into the disarray, a ton of people feel that Lor's separation with Michael is impacted by her mother, Marjorie. Considering Marjorie's set of experiences with men, it's not shocking that some accept Lori, maybe the person who chose to end things with Michael Jordan Marjorie. And Steve's romantic tale started at a Memphis satire club in 1990, with Steve guaranteeing it was unexplainable adoration. They began dating, and everything appeared to be incredible, yet only weeks after the fact they called it quit. Here's the kicker: Steve let slip that Marjorie unloaded him, since he was destitute discussion about a monetary catastrophe. And this is precisely where it gets fascinating. Many individuals currently accept that Lori is something like her mom in dating individuals for her own advantage. Steve and Marjorie love marriage and flaunting their mixed family as great, yet there's some tattle proposing that things probably won't be entirely ideal in secret. A nearby source let the cat out of the bag, saying there's pressure in the Harvey family. Marjorie appears to be centered around making Lori renowned and finding her a renowned accomplice, leaving her different children behind the scenes. That sounds like partiality. Numerous people figure Lori may be a digit ruined, and it's felt that her assumptions are high, as can be a result of her mother's dating history. It seems like she needs to emulate her mother's example and perhaps be in charge of her accomplice, deciding by the reasons and proof. Individuals are discussing this is plainly clear, as would be natural for her. She straightforwardly discussed how her point of view on sentiment was molded by her folks, Marjorie Elaine Harvey and Steve Harvey. She asserted there's certainly several objectives. She further told I, in a real sense, was simply conversing with my mother on the telephone prior, and she was letting me know what she got my father for their commemoration tomorrow. And I'm similar to wow, you all are in a real sense objectives. This is what I need one day. She likewise guaranteed that she needed to carry on the relationship as per her own terms. She said, I didn't actually know myself. I didn't actually have any idea what I preferred, what I could have done without. I feel like I hadn't exactly experienced life. So by then I resembled Oak. I will date based on my conditions anyway. I need to move anything I desire to do. I will get it done. And assuming that it's done serving me, I will continue on. Insiders say Marjorie is in control at home, particularly with regards to Lori. She knows how to deal with connections, as well as appears to control Lor's adoration life. Yet stand by there's more. There are reports that entertainer Michael B. Jordan had an inclination about Marjorie right from the start. He felt like regardless of how he helped Lori, it wasn't sufficient. Difficulty begun when Marjorie supposedly engaged in their relationship. Even after they separated, she tossed conceal at Michael by sharing a puzzle in class that individuals believe was focused on him. You're sitting excessively lengthy, and quit smelling. I'm of until further notice nothing remains at this point. But to ponder and think about who Lore's next heartfelt interest will be after all the dramatization in her past connections, a few people recognize that Lori has drawn in a few truly incredible folks, yet there's an opinion that she probably won't be going over the top. With any of these connections, a client said each relationship she's been in was a plan, so she can involve that as a venturing stone she locks on to the following large thing. I bet an agreement was finished paperwork for this plan, and I'm willing to wager that they seldom really get to know each other. The length of the agreement is fulfilled, another client added. I will say this, God, be with the one who decides to be with her. Why, since she uses and dumps men like it's a game to her, someone like this has character issues, safeguard your heart, and frantically get as far away as possible. That is all there is to it for the present video, folks. Gratitude for observing.